Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining for this video. I know that the third day of the NFL draft is currently taking progress, but it seems like the situation with Aaron Rodgers is getting even more real by the moment. Obviously, the last couple of days, aside from the NFL draft, the whole Aaron Rodgers news has been making headlines. I mean, it's been reported that he does not want to be with the Green Bay Packers any longer, the team that he spent 16 years of his career playing with. Obviously, we all remember when he was drafted, going back to the 2005 NFL draft class, where he, along with quarterbacks like Alex Smith, who just retired this not too long ago, this offseason. But yeah, they were the two quarterbacks taken in the first round. And Aaron Rodgers, he slid all the way down to the Packers, and the Packers took him despite the fact that they had Brett Favre. Now, at that time, Brett Favre probably, was still turning the ball over. Could he have been a quarterback for them? Obviously, yeah. I mean, he showed that a couple years later with the Minnesota Vikings that he still had a lot left in the tank. But it was viewed as a good move because Brett Favre kept looming every offseason as to whether or not he was going to retire. And so they obviously needed someone. So they decided, we struck lightning once, let's not try it again. So this time with Aaron Rodgers, they decided to try it again. However, Aaron Rodgers went out there and had perhaps the best season of his career last year, winning the MVP for the Green Bay Packers. And yeah, what a performance it really was just to watch him last year. And you really can only wonder what Green Bay probably could have did because they just barely lost to the Buccaneers. But perhaps if they used that first round pick rather than taking Jordan Love, if they used it on perhaps a receiver or just someone else to help out the Packers even more, what that could have done. But instead, they chose to think about the future when the present was pretty strong. And just to go through the numbers that he had last year alone, he threw for 48 passing touchdowns to 5 interceptions for 4,300 yards, basically, and 71% completion. And he was 13-3 as a starter. So all across the board, last year was a sensational year for Aaron Rodgers, despite the fact 30-37. Now, in the old way of football, 37, yes, I certainly would understand why they would look for another quarterback. Although at the time, he's probably like 36. But we all see Tom Brady still out there playing. Looks like the man can play well beyond the age 44, 45 if he desires to at that time, which it seems like he really is aiming for that. Obviously, Drew Brees retired, but that was more so injury related. And even he made it pretty far. So it seems like, Aaron Rodgers still could be playing at this level for another 5 years. So that's not crazy to think. So for the Packers to have drafted a quarterback, they obviously showed that they want to at some point move on. And they were pretty much banking against Aaron Rodgers having an MVP caliber season. And so Aaron went out there and he showed out. So now there are consequences for that took place. I'm not saying that it was right or wrong to think about the future, but obviously, if you want to keep your quarterback happy and he's your long-term quarterback, you see Tampa Bay out there, trying to go out there and improve for Tom Brady again. And yeah, they did take a quarterback in Kyle Trask, but that was in the second round and nobody's expecting that that they're going to force him to come in and be the quarterback of the future. But for Jordan Love, yeah, that definitely is why they're in this situation right now. So, but yeah, to focus on what's being said here, the Green Bay Packers may be forced to decide between Aaron Rodgers and general manager Brian Gutekunst. Definitely mispronounced that there. But yeah, Rodgers is adamant that he won't be returning to the team under the current stewardship of Brian. And according to a source close to the quarterback, they say the reigning MVP is also willing to no-show off-season workouts, which we've seen that before with other players around the league, and training camps, or even possibly retire. So it's that statement right there that lets me know that if this is remotely true, in which you have to believe that it is, because I mean the Packers, they basically sent every important person in the organization down to visit Aaron Rodgers and try to just see what's going on, what can be done. But it doesn't seem like that's really working. I mean, and it seems like if they want Aaron Rodgers to be happy in return, they're probably going to have to start by getting rid of the GM, even though GM's just doing his job at this point, thinking about the future. And so he took what he felt was a quarterback that they can carry on their tradition. But ultimately, if they want to make Aaron Rodgers happy, this is a move that they may have to consider actually making. So we'll see what it all, comes down to when it's all said and done. Obviously, team president Mark Murphy, he's going to be the one that's going to have to determine, what's going to be the best course of action to move on from here. Obviously, you don't want to trade the reigning MVP. You just don't want to do it. I mean, he looked so great last year. It's just going to put so much pressure on Jordan Love. It's going to be so hard for the fans to get over that fact that you just got rid of the MVP. So there's a lot that the Green Bay Packers are going to have to take into consideration with this. But obviously, if they want to make Aaron happy, it's going to have to start with removing the GM. And then when it comes to Jordan Love, I'd say probably trade him too, but at this point, it seems like most of the teams that need a quarterback, they already went and made a move to make that happen. So we'll just have to wait and see how things play out from here. But it's definitely going to be a big story to keep eyes on moving forward, and we'll see how this plays out. We have already had one quarterback who wasn't happy in his situation with Deshaun Watson. Obviously, we'll have to see how that plays out with the legal issues. But yeah, seems like these quarterbacks are being more vocal about where they want to be. Obviously, we heard some stuff with Russell Wilson as well. But yeah, a lot to keep our eyes out for this offseason and maybe even heading into next offseason as well. But yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, as more news continues to drop, you can be sure to find it here. So thanks again for watching and have a great rest of your day.